Peace and blessings, family. This is brother Sharif, live and direct, here with the Hour of Power. Go to Hour of Power Sharif Hamid on YouTube. Subscribe and share the channel so we can continue to lift the mind, body, and soul of our people. Um, Tonight I have a very one now, Sister Jamilah. Um, the Hour of Power is really honored to have this sister on, because it's not every day that we get a sister's perspective on different views and topics and things going on in the community. Often when we hear these things, it's coming from a male perspective, but our sisters are just as important as we are. So it is very important for us to get a sister's perspective on things that we can improve on, and things that we can do better. And our sister is right there. How you doing, Sister Jamilah?
I'm good. How are
Oh,
you,
doing
Sharif?
okay, doing okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. It's buffering a little bit because I'm on my phone, but I can definitely hear you.
Okay, okay. If you have any problems, let me know. But I was just telling the viewers, and hopefully they'll come in, that it's not every day that we get to hear a sister's perspective on different views in our community. Mostly it comes from a male's perspective, and that's why I reached out to you, because not only with you just being a sister, but I know just from some of your posts and things that you speak on, you have a good grasp and knowledge of different things and that's going on worldwide, nationwide, and things that concern African and Black people. So that's why I reached out to you.
Right, right. And I definitely want to say thank you for inviting. I really appreciate it, and just thinking of me when you want to, just speak on issues within the community and different things like that. So I definitely appreciate it, and I'm ready to go.
Okay. So again, for the listening audience out there, this is a brother Sharif. You can see it in the backdrop there with the Hour of Power. The Hour of Power is a YouTube channel and station designed to bring about social change and awareness in our community. It's not a religious channel, even though it may have some spirituality laced with it, but it's not a religious channel. It's designed to bring social awareness and change, and to have solutions to issues in our problems, interviewing people in the community that have businesses to connect Black businesses and to speak on different issues and topics, but with the intent of having solutions to our problems and not just talking about them. So, sis, tell us how you came. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and tell us how you came into consciousness, so to speak.
Well, I'm from Alabama, Decatur, Alabama, actually, Morgan County. Um, Probably a lot of people don't know the history of a lot of different places in Alabama, but where I'm from was the place where the Scottsboro Boys trial took place, the Tommy Lee Hines case, a lot of different major historical, um, I guess, you know, eras or time periods in Black history. I wouldn't say that I came into consciousness. I was more so born into it. My dad and his brothers and my grandfather on my mother's side were all very, in today's words, people would say conscious, but they were very knowledgeable on Black culture and Black history. We were always debating in my house. We were always, when I was growing up, my parents had, a large library. Always spoke to us about, different things going on, race issues, political issues, all of these different things that are going on in the world. So I didn't come into it. I was basically born into it. And so I think um, I had a fire for Black history from a very, very young age. Black issues and Black history. I was always very different. Um, I was a book nerd. Everybody knows me for reading and books and research and different things like that. So as I got older, that fire grew and grew, and I attended the Tennessee State University on a study. So it's always been something that has been very intricate to my life. I wouldn't say that to me consciousness in and of itself, when you hear that word, a lot of times people people kind of push it into that trendy zone where you see a lot of people with the RBG, golf like that. But for me, I always have looked at consciousness more so as how do you um, how do you show your Black culture, what in regards to like knowledge and wisdom and the application of always symbolize Black consciousness per se. So I would not say that again that I was like I said, I was basically born into it.
Okay, yeah, you're freezing up a little bit there, but I can hear you. Did you run into any problems
Okay,
in the? Did
it's,
you go to public school?
I apologize.
It's okay. It's all
I
right.
did. I did attend public school. Yeah, it's raining here, like really, really bad. It's storming outside. So if it starts, can you guys hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah, it's just like glitching for a little bit.
Can you see me?
I can see you. You're okay now.
Okay. Yeah, it's thunderstorming here. Yeah, it's thunderstorming here outside. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's really bad. It's been like that for like the past 2 days. So, we have a lot of trees and stuff in Georgia. So it's kind of messing up
Mhm.
the signal. So
So when you were in
but I apologize.
you were telling me about public school. Did you run into did you see a lot of racism coming up going to public school, and did you get more opposition because you had a certain amount of consciousness or awareness of what was going on?
I wouldn't say opposition per se. My father is Sunni Muslim. And like I said, I grew up in Alabama, which is the Bible Belt. But my father and my father and his brothers, there were 13 kids. My dad and his brothers, and also my mother's father, they converted to Islam. My grandfather in the 60s, my dad when he was 19. Um, and he's in his middle 60s now. So when he converted, he changed his name to Sophia. And so he gave all of us Arabic names.
Mhm.
And so, as you could probably know, as you can probably tell, in the Bible Belt, it was always very, we would get the what does that mean, and where did you guys get that from type of sentiments from white people because they live in a bubble. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? They're not used to other cultures or other type of um, even just languages. You know what I mean? Like they're in a very you know tight bubble in Alabama. So it was always funny to me because I was always very outspoken. Um, I say I'm a very blunt, honest person, and I say how I feel. So I was never the type of person to be bullied or somebody say, if you say something to me in regards to race or something or anything like that, I'm gonna say something back. So I never really experienced um, any type of animosity towards it because I guess people just knew not to approach me in that type of way. But I was in gifted classes. So for me, I was always probably the one or two black or brown faces in the class, up until I got into probably middle or high school. So I went from gifted classes to honors classes to AP classes in high school. So it was always, just me and a couple of others, maybe some of our, Hispanic brothers and sisters, maybe one or two of those, maybe one or two Asians. So it was always a lot of, a lot of debate because like I said, I grew up in Alabama, so it's a lot of the Confederate flag, slavery, that thing with Kanye, slavery was a choice and all those different things. Like that was something that um was sent was things that you hear in Alabama. Those aren't, brand new ways of thinking. Those are ways that a lot of people, even a lot of black people in Alabama think. So it's definitely uh funny, because you're dealing with people who individually they'll approach you as quote unquote, we're cool, we're friends, different like different things like that. But when they get into a group, it's a totally different situation. And being one of the only black or brown faces in the class, a lot of times I had to battle with um, a lot of them to the point where at the probably my junior senior year, I knew I was going to a HBCU because I said I could never deal with it again where I was the only one. You get what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And not because I feel like they were bullying me, but like I said, they're in a bubble. And um, to them, anybody who's different, it's a problem. You get what I'm saying? It's an issue. And so I said I would never want to deal with that again. So I definitely decided to go to a HBCU.
Right. I can definitely relate with you about the different in culture or faith because I'm a Muslim, and but the little difference with me is I'm a conscious Muslim, or at least try to be. So I get it double. Not only do I get
Mm-hmm.
it because I look different, my name is different, but I also, as you can see in the background there, you see I got the African symbol. So I used to really
Right.
catch it on both ends because of the difference there. So I can only imagine what you went through as a young person coming up. One of the listeners that's listening in said, "Can you give the definition to who a black woman is and what she must do for the black family and the community to rebuild it?" So I know that was some of the things that we wanted to discuss. Anyways, that give the definition of what a black woman
Mm-hmm.
is and uh, what must she do to rebuild the black family and community. Even though it's not all on the black woman, but that's their question. Do you
Mm-hmm.
want to tackle that?
Um, to me, I see black women as we are the standard. To be honest, we are everything. People want to look like us. They want to talk like us. They want to they want to dress like us. We are the you know quote unquote mothers of civilization. So um, I think black women. I think we're overlooked within the community, to be honest, a lot of times because even with myself, and I don't want to make it, I don't want to turn this question negative because I definitely, like I said, I wanted to start it positive and definitely say, we are the standard, you know what I mean? But within the community, I do think being a black woman that a lot of times we are not upheld as the standard. Certain uh, I guess, things within the community that, a lot of times came from the psychological effects of slavery and different things like that. We're not as protected as we should be. We are not